Hello, my name is Diana Dirkby and I live with paranoid schizophrenia. You are listening to my podcast, Schizophrenia as I Live It. This episode is the final one of this podcast series. I am starting a new podcast series that, in many ways, acts as a sequel to this one, in that schizophrenia will also be discussed in the new podcast, whose title is Fractured Ink, Writing in Life's Chaos, or Fractured Ink for short. Episode 0, a preview of the podcast, is published. Episode 1 goes live tomorrow, April 20th, 2025, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Fractured Ink will have an audio and video version. The audio version will be available on many platforms like Apple Podcasts, including my YouTube channel. The video version will be available on my YouTube channel at Diana Dirkby Writes, and I'll give the URL for that in the episode notes. The motivation for a new podcast comes from my writing, which is growing to include important themes outside schizophrenia, like sibling abuse, the topic of my second published novel, 3 Kidnapped, 3 Siblings, 3 Furies. As you will learn in the next episode, Episode 1, Fractured Ink, Introducing Myself and My Novels, is closely related to my last blog post, Extract from My Books. My podcast often deals with serious issues like mental illness and child abuse. However, although these issues have been part of my life and the lives of other authors I will discuss, we will still have some fun. Humour has been a big part of my survival arsenal, and I want to share with you what makes me laugh. Also, love, even for my problematic family and friends, is a prominent feature of my life. I have found love in marriage. I will share with you all those things and explain why love is never a wasted emotion. I have many interests such as listening to music, reading, walking in nature, watching wildlife, especially bird watching, and I will share those. I had professional success as a research mathematician and university professor. How did I manage that with schizophrenia? That's an interesting story, involving adapting how I work, luck, and supportive colleagues. There is much in my story to celebrate. So, the serious treatment of specific severe problems and issues will be peppered with much happiness to entertain. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is my target day and time of the week for posting new podcast episodes. I may not always manage that, so if life gets in the way, wait for the notification that a new episode is posted. If I need to skip a week, I will aim to post the next episode on the Sunday after the one I missed at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. To be better informed by receiving notifications, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Diana Dirkby Writes. Don't forget to like and comment on my videos. If you prefer the audio version, it is already on Apple Podcasts and will also be on YouTube. In the episode description, I will remind you of my website address and the coordinates of my social media and talk about my favorite bird feeder. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following me in this journey of this first podcast, which now has a sequel. Schizophrenia as I Live It will still be available, so if you want to refer back to it at any time, you can do so. And I really thank you for your support, and thank you for listening.